Lisa,
Hi.
welcome for Entitled Podcast, Entitled Productions. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, great. Thank you for having me. It's nice to be here. And well done and congratulations with everything that you guys have been doing.
Oh, bless you.
It's been a pleasure working with you over the last few years.
Oh, bless you, Lisa. Bless you. Thank you so much. We've been building a relationship for the last almost 2 years now, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And one of the main reasons why we really want you doing the podcast is because we've been having the opportunity to meet incredible people, but you just one level above incredible people, and the sense it's just your ability to connect with people, and it's not just a kind of a basic connection of, hey, I know you, but it's a true real connection. And I think that is only measurable when you're in the room because of the energy that you bring in the room, but also through when you are now in the room, because when you leave the room, people just like, oh, it's just Lisa, he's just incredible, a person with a big heart that is just there to help and support everyone. So we're extremely grateful to have you in the meeting today. So we're really excited, and I think it will be great to speak to you today and actually learning more about you, because I know that probably you just do that as a kind of from the deep of your heart, but it works so well that I think it is valuable information that other people can utilize and learn, not just to kind of build connections, but actually building truly relationships as well.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm just me. That's what. Yeah, I love my job. Love connecting people. I think it's really important as well that if you're doing well yourself in business, don't forget those that are starting out or wanting to connect with. I love connecting people and helping people, not just for money.
Mm-hmm.
I like to help people because I've been at the start as well of business. So
Tell me a little bit more in terms of, when did you realize that you'd be working in your childhood? When did you realize that you're going to be doing something like you're doing now?
well, I was a little bit of a naughty girl at school, and that was due to I'm not academic at all, so that's where I struggled in school, and the teachers didn't really recognise that I've got another skill, which is, and perhaps that's something in schools that you don't get to sort of work on your social skills or bringing people together. It is does that make sense? So I was very good at sport, but not academic. And then where I grew up in Braitmate, we were just all a community. Nobody really had any money. We were all a bunch of little tyrants, the truth. But we basically, a project called Access Youth Project was brought to Bolton, and I was a part of that project, and we did plays and we did expressed ourselves and travelled to Manchester, which was like a dream for us young children from an area that we didn't have any money. And while I was doing those plays and meeting all these different people, I thought, I want to be more than just somebody on an estate. I want to make something of myself. And then, God save our Queen. Sadly, we've lost our Queen, but she did come to Bolton, and she opened the Water Place in Bolton and the Marketplace. And I performed in front of the Queen along with lots of my friends, and it was like, wow, it was freezing cold that day, I'll never forget. And then we all queued up the town hall steps, and we met the Queen. And I happened to be the last one at the top, and I'm like, excuse me, I'm here, don't forget me. And I think that was at that time I thought, God, I've met the Queen. Like, wow, you can do anything. And I'm not, at that time, I still went on and did things I probably not proud of, drinking, smoking, being in with the wrong crowds, even though I take full responsibility for anything that I've ever done, because I've got my own mind. I'm very strong-minded, but I think growing up in an area where it's not, drink, smoking, all that sort of stuff is what you do get involved in. You're on parks, but still I always felt I wanted to be better. I wanted to make something. I always helped people always, if somebody was left on their own, I'd always be one to join them in, that type of thing. Then I moved from Brakemet up to Dean, went to Dean School, where there was a farm, and again, one of the teachers, Mr. Tilsley, he saw something in me and let me work on the tuck shop and work with the animals on the farm, and that gave me confidence in it was hard growing up where I grew up. It was there weren't opportunities at all, and you had to make your own.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it's quite beautiful what you mentioned as well, because even that it was quite hard to grow up where you grew up and to kind of find those opportunities. I think it's quite interesting what you mentioned in terms of having that visibility of what is possible, because sometimes you never aim for something better because you don't have that visibility, but because of that program, and because when one of your teachers as well came in, kind of show you the possibility, then straight away as a child you start believing that there is something more for you, and then you have that desire inside of you that makes you aim for something more, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. So, and I think when I got to 15, I just thought school isn't for me. I'm here, I'm trapped, I want to express myself. So I went and got a job in a factory, making mobile phone covers at 15 years old. And that was at Eagly Mills up in Bolton. So I was 15, making mobile phone covers, really quick at doing them, so I was earning more money than anyone, because I was, and they were the Mr. Paul and Mrs. Paul, they were called, the Polish family, great family, and I worked there, and then I started to go clubbing, nightclubs, raving at 15, with all my friends, travelling to Blackpool. This club scene, which was magical, and loved every part. We were the ravers of the 90s, and then we went to Blackpool. We would, after the club, be in convoys all over the country to service station, dancing, and that was what I did till I was 18. Every weekend, raving, partying, absolutely best times of my life. And then I went working in Spain.
Wow, what about in Spain?
In Magaluf.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I feel that I got all this party scene and out of my system. Well, I didn't, because I partied very late on in life, but I mean before I met my husband, because I met my husband when I was 20, and in a club called the Temple in Bolton.
Oh, the Temple.
Yeah.
So
so that was my early years, but I was always striving to find what I was good at. So I trained as a beauty therapist. I was a bad beauty therapist. I wasn't good at that. But I had so many friends and family that supported me, and they were like, "Lise, we love you. You're not made to be a beauty therapist. The nails are all lumpy." And
part of the process as well.
Part of the process, So I trained as a beauty therapist, had my own business, wasn't good at being a beauty therapist. Then I was an aerostess. Again, that was a childhood dream, where the teachers said I wouldn't make it, but I always knew that if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. So I think being an aerostess was more proving a point that I can do this, but I didn't enjoy cabin crew. I just had real good fun. It wasn't for me, but I did meet some amazing people. And then Lyndon and I settled, had our children, and I worked within Lyndon's businesses. And then when I went to a fashion show in Manchester with a good friend, Zainab Cartel, who I still work with today, and she's like a sister. And at that fashion show, I met Zainab, and then that's where my PR journey started.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did it started? How did you feel like the opportunity came as well? And I think because you did so many other type of jobs that were different, what kind of skill sets that you learn from those past experience that then you utilize and your PR career?
Yeah, I just think people skills are really important. Networking is really important, and actually realizing that, God, I'm good at this. This is something that I am good at, not in a just connecting people, bringing people together, meeting people, was my strength. And I linked up with Laura, and we together did a PR company. Both very, we were brilliant together, but both very different places in our life as where our families was. Laura's had quite a few children now and gone on to be really successful in writing a book and doing a magazine. And so for me, there's lots and lots of things that I'm doing behind the scenes that people don't know about, which is phenomenal. And lots of things that I do in front of, that are phenomenal. So I think my business has gone from strength to strength. Lisa Forshaw PR was born 4 years ago, and the connections over the years that I've made, to be honest, are very strong within the football world, within actors, within business, within chief execs. I've got a very, very good solid base of connections. And
do you think that those connections happens because of that truly ability of building truly meaningful relationships as well?
Yeah, because people think they know every movement I'm making, but behind the scenes I connect people that create monster business deals, and people always think, well, why have you not made money from that? I'm not always about, because I can then go to somebody and be like, can you help me out? Can you? It's all about, I'm not all about making the money. Does that?
Gotcha.
And honestly, my phone book is gold. Platinum. You've seen it for yourself, Nicola. You not in, I just do tend to pick up the phone and like, can you do? And I think that is doing things from your heart with no ulterior motive, and people that really know you know that's how you work.
Yeah.
So you can pick up the phone to people that at the click of a fingers can make things happen.
That's absolutely true. I think I remember that when we started working together as well, and I hope you don't mind me sharing that experience. It was we were trying to work with Bolton Wanderers for quite a few years, I think, and then it was just like I had a meeting with you, and you're like, oh, I know someone, and you literally pick up the phone, and he was like, yeah, let's have a meeting next week, and that happened, and it was. And I think that just only happened because they truly know you and they truly trust you. That's why we had the opportunity, and I think that's incredible, and that's why sometimes I'm impressed with that ability to truly connect with people. What do you say would be kind of the advice that you give to, especially for young people that maybe are in the process of learning how to build relationships and learning the steps that they need to take? What do you say would be your advice to build a true relationship with other people, that relationships that you can utilize for a lifetime, not just for maybe one transaction, but for the lifetime?
Yeah, I think just if you can help people, just like when you're on your way up, you just stay true to who you are, you know, because when you're at starting out and then you do very well, never forget where you started, because that's what people, you know, there are people that I have helped and now they're really, really flying high and they forget where they came from. My golden rule is treat people exactly the same always, no matter who they are. Or does that make sense?
It makes
Stay.
sense, yeah.
Don't never forget when you're hustling and you're making them calls and the phone's being put down and you're knocking on a door and it's not being opened. And when you do become successful, still support people, still answer. You know, you never think you're better than anybody else. We all came in the same way. We all go out the same way. And let's just treat people with respect, kindness, and yeah.
And yeah, no, I think that's incredible. Is the simple thing that, yeah, I quite like what you mentioned in terms of we all came from the same way, we all go in the same way as well.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we human beings, we human beings doesn't matter how successful. And I mean, you from your networking as well, you've been have the opportunity to meet incredible people that have achieve high levels of success as well, and one of the things that it was quite incredible that you mentioned to me before as well, it was the fact that they said they love you because not because you know everyone, but because you are real, and you are real to yourself and you are real to them as well. Do you think that is an important skill as well?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think just people see through false people. Does that you can, like, imagine if I tried to be like, oh, good morning. No, it's like, here I am, take it or leave it. Yeah, I can't. Always be yourself, because it's the best version of, just, yeah.
That's definitely the approach.
Yeah,
the approach.
yeah, and I think as well, like my husband, who is my everything, he is so successful in everything he does, and he's an amazing example to me. We're polar opposites. Lyndon's very reserved and very, we are polar opposites, but watching Lyndon has really taught me a lot in our 25 years of being together, and he's never tried to change me. That's what I love. So my amazing husband can be going, even in lockdown, actually, on Zooms with really important meetings, I pop up in the background and he's like, it's just the wife. So Lyndon's my ultimate support, and my family and my children.
Oh, bless you. And I think those are quite important values as well, because because you have your values and your kind of your circle very close and very strong, then it helps you then to be true to yourself and be able to, when you connect with other people and have other real good relationships, you kind of probably introduce the same values when you're making those other relationships as well and connecting with good people as well.
Yeah. I think it's important to build solid, strong relationships, lasting. You do, when you're in business, whatever business you're in, you meeting. Well, I tend to like travel quite a bit as well and love to network, but I think ultimately mine and Lyndon, we have a very, very solid core of people that we trust, and that we work with, and the outside world think that they know everything about me, but there's a lot going on within our business and my own business that people don't know, which is, And it's the solid relationships that we've built that know all of our, what's happening within our business. This line of work, like I've met Simon Cowell and worked with him, and like,
wow.
I met him coming out of Hotel Gotham, and I was giving this homeless guy a couple of quid, and when I lifted up, Simon was there. I went, Simon! I was like, oh my God, I was dying to meet you. Like, I really was. He was someone I've always wanted to meet, and he was like, oh, hello. And then I put my bag on the floor. I was like, wait a minute, come on, give this guy some money. So he said, to one of his guys, give him a couple of pounds. I was like, give him some more, you know. And then we just chatted, and I said, I'm going to work with you. And he's like, oh, you've got confidence. I said, here, my card. And he said, give it to him. So I said, no, you take it. And then within a few weeks, one of my clients got the job on the show.
Wow.
And it was like, wow.
Wow. And that just happened.
Yeah.
But I think that happens quite a lot with you.
Yeah. And then we went to Cannes Film Festival to do a show, and I'm walking along, and this guy shouted, Lisa, and it was Simon's security.
Wow.
And I'm like, so I was like, oh, right. He said, I'm doing the Rocket Man Elton John.
Wow.
Show. So I said, right, we all want to come in. Come on, Chantel, Joe. There were quite a lot of us there. And he said, I cannot get you all in, but come back. Well, actually, we probably shouldn't. No, he was like, I cannot get you all in. So we didn't go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so in my job, I've met and David Beckham.
You met David Beckham?
Yeah, and he gave me a hug, and my husband was there. I'm all about my husband. I love him, but I wanted a hug off David.
David, yeah.
Said, Lyndon, do you mind a hug? He's like, go for it. I said, David, give me a hug, and he did.
Oh, he was Victoria there as well.
She wouldn't come down.
Oh,
because she was busy upstairs in a box, and she was with a family, so he said, no, she's upstairs with a family. But David came down and met everybody, queued. He was with his family. That was a brilliant day.
Yeah. I always have a feeling that a lot of the opportunities, they come. You've been blessed, thank God. But also, you actually chase the opportunities quite a lot. You don't miss small opportunities that make them.
I believe that in life, whether you're a homeless person or you're David Beckham, we are all the same. Nobody's any better than anyone else. Yeah, when you're in a room with whoever or on the street, or I will reach out to you. Yeah. So that's how I was born. Yeah. And I think that's a good way to be in life, because if you treat everybody the same, they're all going to receive who you are. Mm-hmm.
That is real.
So it's real. It's like, whoever I'm working with are all going to receive my energy, come on, here we go. So it doesn't matter who you are, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a job, or I'm out. Yeah. I just am myself. I can't help.
No, it's fine. But you think as well that because of that, you just end up building relationships. It doesn't matter sometimes that our relationships that create business opportunities, but just a truly human being relationship as well. I mean, I've been with, I hope you don't mind me sharing as well, but I've been in the car with you. There was a homeless person that came and asked for money, but you knew his name, and I was impressed, because sometimes I might give money to homeless people, but I'll not know the name. I might just support them from that small time period, but you actually take the time to understand maybe where they've been through, and trying to find links to connect them and support them if they want to be supported as well. And do you think that that's the best way to do things as well?
Yeah, I just think if you can help anyone, it doesn't matter who they are, just help, and always make everybody feel like somebody. Make people feel there's nothing worse than making, someone not feel loved. And I think just make everybody feel like somebody. That's what I try to do, no matter who they are. I talk to everybody, really. Like, me and Lyndon go shopping. He's like, Lise, let's just go in and stop chatting to the world. But you are who you are, aren't you?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So. I mean, part of your work as well is supporting quite a big amount of charities, and I think it's part of your art and part of the connections that you do as well. Is there any charity in particular that you want to give a quick shout out, or do you want to talk about the incredible work that you're planning to do in the next couple of weeks or couple of months as well?
Yeah, I'd definitely love to share about. I've just been to Grenada, where my dad's from, for the first time, and it was a magical time for me, and it's a beautiful island and people should go on holiday, but sadly there's a lot of poverty as well. So I've connected, got some barrels, thank you to Title Productions, who've bought shoes, clothes for a family, and I know that they're very grateful, and you've spent over £500 on items, which is going to be received with a heart full of gratitude by these children and parents. So thank you for that. And so I've bought items as well, and I've got 2 barrels that will be going out this week, and then I'm going back to Grenada. But charity is a massive part of my heart, and local as well in my hometown. And I will be doing Strictly Come Dancing as well for Bolton Hospice, so watch this space with Mike Harrison. Kept 2 left feet, both me and Mike, but So.
Are you excited for the opportunity as well?
Nervous, believe it or not. I'm nervous because but excited.
Did you already start practicing?
We've got some videos already of some great people supporting us, and you'll all be seeing and hearing about the Strictly Come Dancing.
Well, anything that we can do to support you go outdoors as well. Just let us know what you need, and
But guys, listen, work with Title Productions, because these are absolutely amazing at what they do, and they're very professional, on time, really, really hard workers, a wonderful team, and I would advise all businesses, whatever size, whether you're small, medium, big businesses, get working with Title Productions, because over the years I've worked with lots of different companies, and these are definitely the best, and I mean that sincerely.
Oh, bless you, bless you, bless
No,
you.
I mean that, really. You're amazing.
Oh, well, it's amazing working with you as well. I mean, I even remember the both food and drink festivals, and even the fashion show as well, and it's incredible. I normally got a good drive and good energy during the day, but for you to got some special energy. It's God. No, so it's incredible working with you, with your creativity and your ways of just know things as well. I think is because, again, as you mentioned, you've been through that process. You gain experience in different types of jobs, and then when you definitely found something that you love and you feel like you're good at it, but you are good at it not just because you're good at that particular skill, but it's because through your entire life you've been learning different skills, and because of your big heart of always want to support other people, it just kind of puts all together, and that contributes for how exceptional you are. I mean, and a good example of that is what you've done for the Bolton Council in terms of helping them with PR. They never had such as incredible results like I did this year, and you were crucial for that to make that happen. So no, every day we're learning with you. So thank you, Lisa. And the same way, people need to work with you, because you just, as Ed Small said as well, if there is something happening in Bolton and Lisa doesn't know, it is not happening. You need to be involved. So thank you very much, Lisa, for the podcast. Thank you very much for your support. You've been an incredible partner. You've been incredible. Even me and Nuru even say you're like a mum for us, a mum from England that
I've adopted you guys.
So thank you for being in our lives, and we hope this relationship is for many years to come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.